Hello everybody and welcome to my review of the GREE LTO solar system, inverter and battery. Had this installed a few weeks ago now, working on a single string with 8 405 watt panels. I've had solar systems before, been involved with the other types of batteries, which is the lead acid and the lithium phosphate. This is an LTO battery, lithium tintonate apparently, and I'm absolutely blown away about how this thing works. I'm absolutely astounded. The charge rate when you do get sun, and we're currently in February, we're not getting a lot of that, we've had a lot of very bad weather, is quite frankly astounding. Absolutely astounding. The charge rate and the speed in which the battery goes up is beyond my expectations, and far beyond anything I've used previously to this. What I'll do now is we'll go through it and I'll show you how it works, and we'll have a little look. Well, here we are from top to bottom. When the system arrived and I had a good look at it, it feels and looks exceptionally well built, and the other thing was it was reassuringly heavy. Usually these systems sit on the floor, but because I've got an opening door into the garage here, I wanted it raised, so it came with these custom legs at the bottom which were manufactured for it to raise it off the ground. It was installed by Plex Energy Solutions, who I believe have the franchise on these units. The guy who came was a chap named Fred, who was very, very well qualified, very, very knowledgeable, clean, and very sort of respectful for the house as well, because you don't want anybody just trouncing through your house now, do you? As you go up to the front of the panel here, this is the inverter transformer system itself. You've got this button with these lights here. I'm not an expert, but here we go. Shows exactly what's going on. It feels incredibly simple to use. I haven't had any problems with it whatsoever, which is a surprise. As you go down, you've got this central panel here, this central panel in the middle, which I'll show you in a second, has got access to the switches and the battery at the bottom. Now, if we remove this panel at the front, as I've done now, there is the access to all your switches and so forth. Bearing in mind that we're only running this machine currently on 8 panels, this is also set up if I want to add batteries, and is available to fit a second string of panels to it, which I will do, because I truly believe that this machine is worth it. As you can see, it's professionally installed. It comes with all the correct documentation. They get in touch with the energy board. They sort everything else out for you, which is absolutely fabulous. You can plug and play, and it comes with a very simple and easy to use app called SolarMan, which I'm sure you can look that up yourself. As you can see from here, fortunately here are all the instructions for if you want to turn it on and if you want to turn it off, or whatever it is that you want to do with it without electrocuting or killing yourself. All the wiring lovely and tidy. Access to everything you want access to, and with the panel on, no access to everything that you don't want access to. As I'm not an expert, I'm just a domestic user, I've probably left a few things out of this video, so if anybody's got any questions, they're more welcome to ask. One thing I think I have forgotten to add is the life cycle of the battery. These batteries seem, from what I understand, to go around about 20,000 charges whereas I think with the lithium phosphate it's around 3,000. Striking difference, an absolutely striking difference, and if it does last that long, I'll be delighted, absolutely delighted. Just to summarise, extremely pleased with it, very, very pleased. Pleased with the instalment process, pleased with the way it works, pleased if I want to ask a question, there's somebody at the end of the telephone for me to ask a question to. Pleased that these are reputable people who know what they're doing, and just pleased with the amount of power it's soaking up and putting out, which I plan to double with more solar panels in the near future. I might add another battery to it, I'm thinking of it. Obviously there is a cost involved to that, whether or not you can afford it. They're not cheap, but I don't think they're any more expensive than the lithium phosphate. I'll update later on or in another video how we get on when we make some add-ons to it and maybe some adaptions, so we can get more and tweak the system out of it. Would I recommend it? Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt.